you need.
All right. That's it. Guys.
Okay.
Hold on. We can't. That's it. Hold on, James. That's it.
That's it. You get just the taste. Okay.
We're giving them a taste. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and start it. Go ahead and start the interview, Kyle. I'm excited. I'm too excited. So we got King James Worthy in the building on Piff Radio. So welcome, King James. Welcome, man. How you doing?
Thank y'all for having me, man.
Appreciate you, man. So we gonna get right into the first question. So who is King?
Because I say
James
King
Worthy,
before.
Right? King, the King.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? King.
That's different. Okay.
Man, I'm just a creative. You know what I mean? I'm from Queens, New York.
Okay.
I've always been around art. You know, I've always been around music. I've always been around culture. You know what I mean? So just at a young age, being exposed to all of that types of artistic expressions, it was just, I always tell people it was like the inevitable for me to want to be in the entertainment business. And that's always been in me. You know what I mean? So it always transitioned into different formats. So, you know, it started off from songwriting to music production to now artistry.
Gotcha. That's what's up. So, all right, we don't say where you're from, but now I'm gonna ask this question though: How was it like growing up in Queens, New York? I know a lot of people from Queens. I know a lot of people from New York. My mom was from the Bronx and everything like that. But how was it like growing up in Queens, New York?
Man, it was fun. It was fun, fast paced. Just a lot going on. A lot of cultural activities. Of course, a lot of music. I was just always blessed enough to be around so many different people at a young age. You know, a lot of legendary artists, a lot of musicians, a lot of songwriters, just being around it, you know, so that was a blessing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I know some people, man. They says, you know, as far as growing up in New York, they say, you know, it's kind of tough. Well, not kind of tough. It is tough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is tough. You know what I mean? But they say it is a lot of like, you get a lot of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Because of the birthplace of hip hop, a lot of things that started, a lot of musicians and artists and actors, like a lot of creative people that came out of New York. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, so what inspired you to start doing music and film? Now we see that you're in the film world. So what made you start doing both? Like what inspired you to both?
Well, you know, I was always a big fan of music, very, very young, you know, so I think that was like the foundation of me just wanting to be somebody in entertainment, period. You know, whether it was music, whether it was television, film, whatever it was that I felt like I wanted to display artistically. That was the start of it. And how I got into film was just more so just being at the right places at the right time. You know, whether it turned into film scoring or licensing for songs that I've written or produced for other people and my own music as well. That was like the start of it before I even got into acting. So that was like really the last piece of the puzzle.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's dope. So you actually started music before you started your acting career.
Right.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. So okay, so I'm gonna jump around a little bit, right? I'm gonna ask this particular question, right? Let me go to it. So
I got the film.
You got the film, so I'm gonna go to this question.
He wanted about the film because he like, I want to be.
So what artist was your favorite collab? Because I seen you collab with a lot of artists, King James. I seen you collab with a lot of artists, a lot. I'm looking at this EPK dog. I'm like, okay, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. So what was your favorite?
Answer, man. That's always a hard question because you know, I work with so many people and they all have different ways of working. You know, they all got different personalities, different vibes, different genres. You know, like I think that's what like a lot of what set me apart early on was that I wasn't stuck in a box as far as a genre. Like I always like do it wasn't just hip hop. It wasn't just R&B. Like I wanted to do hip hop, R&B, soul music, pop music, EDM, dance.
Oh, you want to do everything.
Oh, he said everything. Okay.
Everything.
Yeah.
Can I ask my question now? Could I ask my question now off of that?
Go ahead.
Can I do it?
Go ahead, Shay.
Go ahead.
Okay. But okay, first of all, because you said a few little cute keywords here. Now, your zodiac sign wouldn't happen to be a Gemini or an Aquarius.
No. Actually, I'm an Aries.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, Aries. Oh, really? Wow.
Really? That would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A serial entrepreneur want to do everything. Okay.
Yeah, Aries gang.
Look, he like, no, not the Aries.
Y'all can be a little selfish.
Bro, I'm sorry,
I'm just saying that
man.
y'all
Don't
can be a
do
little.
that, Aries.
Oh man,
a little bit, James, a little bit.
Aries, you know, he about that business stuff. You know, as you can tell, he about that business. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
All day, gotta have the bag. You know, gotta have a certain it's a certain level that they set for themselves. It's like this inner type of thing, goal that they set to go out and do, and they just go.
Mm-hmm.
They're fiery.
Aries are leaders. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we always have the mentality of, you know, we strive, but nothing but the greatest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we want to be, you know, great at what we do.
True.
Sometimes though, y'all have to learn to be able to delegate.
That's true.
Because a lot of times y'all be wanting to do every dang long thing, right? You want to do everything, and you don't feel like nobody can do it like you can. Okay, you feel like if I get this to you, you gonna mess this up.
It goes into like, you know, the mind of an artist or a creative. You know, you once you're a creative and you're you know, in that creative mode of how you do things, it's hard to let go some of that obligation or that responsibility to somebody else, because you don't know if they're going to do it the same level as you.
Right. That's what.
Now going a little bit off the topic, is that the Brooklyn Bridge behind you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I remember that bridge. That bridge looked real familiar. I'm like, wait a minute, I ran across that bridge a couple times. I'm like,
Brooklyn, okay.
You're Brooklyn.
Yeah, that took me back home.
Brooklyn.
So actually, where are you from in New York City?
Man, I'm right off Linden Boulevard.
Okay.
That's what's up. Are you in New York now?
The Heights, to be honest with you, because really I was really between both sides. But Cambria Heights, right, probably about 5 minutes away from Jamaica Avenue, and I spent a lot of time, you know, off of Linden Boulevard as well at a young age.
That's what's up. So are you in New York now? Right now?
No. Actually, I live in Atlanta now.
Hey, wait a minute, Zane. Hey, ATL shout it.
Hey,
so I'm asking this question. So as a New Yorker, how long you been living in Atlanta?
Man, I've been in Atlanta for a good 10 years now.
Okay, so you got here the same time I got here. Okay. So, because I live in Atlanta, Shay's my fiance. We live in Atlanta. We live on the east side. East side shouted, goddamn, she'll tell you all that.
Okay.
So now, as a New Yorker living in Atlanta, how do you like Atlanta? Like, how did you adjust? Because I noticed like a lot of New Yorkers, quite a bit, and I say a lot, but quite a bit, they end up coming down, stay a couple of years, and then they end up moving back to New York. You know what I'm saying? Or they end up moving out of Atlanta. So how do you adjust as a New Yorker? How did you adjust to the Atlanta lifestyle and the culture and everything like that?
Man, I mean, it definitely took some getting used to, you know, when I first got to Atlanta. You know, it's real spaced out. You know, you got to drive everywhere, long distance.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about 30 minutes away.
Right.
I had to really get used to that. And just the cultural change. You know, it was just a different energy. Even though I was always back and forth from Atlanta to New York and other places, it didn't really feel too disconnected. But, you know, once you live somewhere, you know, you just got to, you know, roll with it. So, you know, I got used to it, and I started to like it.
All right. So I got a question for you. Coming from Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn has a heavy with you know, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, 22 G's. A lot of new rappers coming out is really heavy in the drill scene. Even to the part where even the Bronx with Ron Suno and K Flock, you know, they're also taking over on the Bronx side with the drill. How do you actually feel about the drill scene? Because it's actually been crazy. You know, you know, they're calling it. They're saying the drill scene is the whole reason why the murder rate's going back up in New York. So, how do you feel about that, being a New Yorker?
I mean, it's cool, you know what I mean? But I think it's just like any other type of if you want to call it genre or style of music, like, you know, it's always going to be in, and then it's going to eventually fade out or eventually change. You know what I mean? Because music is always changing and evolving to something else. So that's just the time that we in right now. But I think something else is going to, you know, evolve into something else. So even though it's unfortunate that people are losing their lives and you know, etc. But I mean, it's nothing different from when we had you know, groups like NWA and Death Row Records and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing
like
different.
history repeating itself all over again, right? Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It just, you know, it's been different for a long time because, you know, New York has a very, y'all guys don't know, it has a very strict gun law. Like, per bullet is 5 years. Very strict gun law.
Dang.
I thought Florida had it. I thought Florida had a strict gun law. But
basically,
man,
you get caught with a loaded weapon, you pretty much down and out. You get caught with a loaded weapon.
That's a fact.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna ask you this another question. You know, I don't like throwing names around, but one name did stick out to me, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite producers. So, what was it like working with SWIZZ Beatz? I see you had work with SWIZZ Beatz. What was it like working with him?
Shout out to SWIZZ, man.
Shout out to SWIZZ.
SWIZZ is cool, man. I actually met SWIZZ Beatz through Dragon. And,
okay. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dragon, my Kaleidoscopes EP, and really it was just that. Like, I got a chance to meet with him. We did some co-production together on some stuff. So cool guy, real solid.
That's what's up. So you like producing? What do you like doing best? Producing or writing? You know, like what?
I love him.
Like producing, right?
I love them equally. You know what I mean? Because you really can't have one without the other for a masterpiece.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You know, when I create, you know, I think about both sides. You know, I can't create a hit record or a masterful record if I don't have the right production, and I can't create a masterful song if I don't have the right lyrics and the right content and the right melody. You know what I mean? So all of those things go together.
Gotcha. Now, do you take the same approach when you're doing? Because you, I'm pretty sure you did like sync licensing with film. You know what I'm saying? Most, you know, as well, right? So now, do you take like that same approach when, like, okay, if a studio or a film company say, hey, I would like for you to create this type of music. Now, do you take that same approach? Because I know it's a little different than creating a song for listeners than opposed of creating a song that goes into a film or something like that. Do you take that same approach?
It could be a little bit different because, you know, a film company can give you strategic guidelines of what they actually want.
Okay.
Right.
They want it to sound like, or, you know, we need this specific style of music bed for this scene or whatever. Like, it's not necessarily song format.
Right.
Or if they're trying to just do sync licensing for a certain style of song, then it has to fit directly with that criteria.
Okay. Gotcha. So did you have to go back and be like, did they have to come back and say, hey, James, we like this, but, you know, we want you to do another version of it? And
oh yeah, for sure.
How many versions you have did of one song? Like, how many you could think on top of your head? Like, how many you have? Like,
if it was dealing with sync licensing or film scoring, at least probably 10 revisions.
Ooh. Oh wow!
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, especially with film scoring, it's really, really
particular. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really. I do act myself. So I do have some acting questions. Dang, I had one. Shay, where's my acting question at, man? Where's my questions at?
There you go. I got you. So what actor? There you go, Harper. Go ahead.
So what actor inspired you the most?
Ooh, actor inspired me the most. Well, Denzel Washington is definitely on the top.
I was thinking that. Definitely Denzel type of guy.
One of those guys who, man, he could just play anything to me. You know what I mean? He could just lock into a role and really make it believable. I admire that a lot. It's so many. Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
You know, just really guys that like open the envelope when it comes to a role. You know what I mean? Like, and really ones that can really sell the role.
Now, a lot of people say that Denzel really doesn't. He plays the same roles. You know, bad guy, good cop, bad cop. He plays the same roles, right? They say he doesn't really change, but in every movie he plays the same role, but he plays it differently every single time.
That's true.
In my opinion. You know, we've seen it in Time and Time movie again. Like there's plenty of movies that he got. I can't think of them off the top of my head because, you know, I'm still stoked off the fact that he was producing with SWIZZ Beatz. Like, I'm still lost on that. Like, when I heard that, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like,
right. Well, you know,
so my question was, I did have a question. My bad, Seth.
No, you good.
So
go ahead.
my question was, in regards to Denzel, right? Me and Shay Speaks had a live about this a while ago. Shay's know what I'm talking about. It's Denzel versus Will Smith. Now, who would you pick in acting? Now, I chose Denzel, but a lot of people chose Will Smith, and that was the reason being behind it. Was because they were saying that Denzel plays the same role every time. It doesn't really change out his character. So I want to know, out of those two gentlemen, who would you pick? Because
I like that
kind of hard.
That's a tough one because Will Smith is definitely one of my favorites as well. I mean, they both are actors that can sell a role, but I think probably Denzel a little bit more because to me, the feeling that I get when I watch him play a certain role, it's believable. Like I feel like that's actually him.
Right? Like that's he's the person. Yes, right.
And that's hard to do. You know, it's hard to really like invest yourself into someone else.
Right.
Camera.
Right. I'm gonna go off the limb. I love Denzel. He's a Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that out there. But but I like Will's reason why I will put Will Smith slightly over Denzel because Will Smith played he played as a superhero and he played in a superhero movie. So until I see
wasn't a superhero. He
was in what's the name? He was in DC Suicide Squad. So what I'm saying is that until I see Denzel in a Marvel movie, I gotta see him.
He's a big superhero.
He's a superhero.
He's a different type of superhero. Like, I mean, hell, he was what was it? What was the movie he did? Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah. He was like an ant. Yeah.
He was the Black John Wick. Hello.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, he killed that. He killed that.
They're not giving him the credit, man.
But I gotta see him in a Marvel movie, man. Until I see him in a Marvel DC movie, then I'm gonna say, okay, Denzel, you got it. You on top.
Okay, but what about American Gangster though?
Thank you.
That was a great role. He did it. He did his thing.
Could you see Will Smith playing that role?
American Gangster?
Yeah.
Nah,
absolutely
right.
Absolutely not.
I just had to put it out.
I couldn't see him playing that role. So all right. So what? Are there any projects you working on right now? I see that you got a group.
So many projects right now. Actually, yesterday I have a record that just dropped that I'm featured on with an artist by the name of Trub. The record is called Side, so it's available now. Of course, I got my current single, TikTok, featuring Big Gip, a Goody Mob, that's available right now.
Yeah.
I'm working on my debut album for 2022, so I'm excited about that. So that's going to be really, really a big project for me.
Let's go, bro!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna ask about the TikTok video. It was a dope video with Big Gip.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna ask about this one particular scene. Whose idea was had the girl in the video to hit the guy over the head? Like that was your idea, or that was like the director? Like who said that? I got a great idea. You know what I'm saying? Who idea that was?
You know what the premise of the video is pretty much a jewelry heist. You know what I mean? So I'm coming from somewhere. You got this expensive watch, and I was seeing this young lady for quite some time. She's been over my house already. She knew where things was. So obviously she was hired by somebody to do the job. Right. And she took me out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, James. Like I said, I'm really good at acting. Feel me? I've been in 2 music videos. Feel me? If you definitely need a guy with a ski mask, I'm your guy. You feel me? Definitely your guy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I was like, man, she hit that guy over the head. I was a couple of times. I was like, God, that surprised me. I was like, I like to be surprised. I was like, oh wow, she hit him over the head with the and took off. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely was a great video. So working with Big Gipp, you know what I'm saying, legendary Big Gipp, Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying, Atlanta.
That's
you know
a fact.
Atlanta. I mean, come on, you can't get no better than that. So how was it like working with the legend? You know what I'm saying? How was
man? Shout out to Big Gipp, man. That's like my big brother, man. Shout out to the whole Goody Mob as well. That's like my fam. And man, I met Goody Mob. Well, really, I met the other members like years ago, but I really got cool with Gipp last year. I was in the studio with Corrupt.
Okay.
And, him and Corrupt is really, really, really good friends. And literally, me and Corrupt are in the studio. He calls Gipp randomly and says, "Hey, I got Big Gipp coming by the studio." And I never met Gipp before like that. So this is the first time we're meeting. We actually all did a song together, and that was the beginning of me and Gipp's relationship. And I asked him, "Hey, man, I would love for you to be a part of my album." And that's when we created TikTok. And we've been working ever since.
Gotcha. So y'all did that video. I'm assuming in California, correct?
Yes, we did.
Gotcha. Y'all saw the palm trees.
Palm trees.
Yeah, I saw it. That's not Miami. So I said see some mountains. So I was like, okay, got to be California. You know what I'm saying?
Seth called that. He called that for sure. He said it's California in the first 30 it's
Right.
He shot it in California.
Right. I was like, he shot it in Cali. That's what's up. Now, so how was it like even shooting that video in California? Like how was different? How was it different shooting videos here in Atlanta and you shot a video in California? Like how was that? Like what was the difference?
It was great, man. It was great. Just a different energy, different vibe, great weather, beautiful. You know what I mean? It was just something that I just wanted to do, just of course for a change of scenery, but just a different vibe, different mood.
Gotcha. That's what's up. So now I hear that you got a group, right? Was it King 2-time, right?
That was actually myself and another gentleman by the name of Nova.
Okay.
And we were actually a duo group in 2017, and we put out one single called "Wine for Me," which debuted at number 10 on Billboard. And this is the first time I was ever on a song as an artist. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, King James. Wait a minute. That was your first time on a song, and it got all the way to 10.
And it went 10 on the Billboard. Wow.
First time ever.
That's dope. That's really dope. But you're a perfectionist by nature.
Right now.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna look for that. Definitely look for that.
I'm looking for it right now.
So King's X2, "Wine for Me." It did very well. It surprised both of us. You know what I mean? I didn't expect it to do it that well that early. You know what I mean? Especially for it to be my first song, as an artist.
Gotcha.
Which was a blessing. So that was, the tip of the iceberg, for me as an artist.
Okay. So did both of you guys write on that, or did you do most of the writing, or did Dover did most of the writing, or was it like
actually
both of y'all do the writing?
How that song came about was it was an idea that he already had.
Okay.
And it was a producer that he was working with prior to us even coming up with the idea of even using the song. So I just kind of came at the tail end and redid the hook and redid a couple of things on there and we just put it together. Okay. But initially it was his idea.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's what's up. So
all right.
Now with the other stuff like the television, like let's I'm gonna go like Hip Hop Atlanta. Did you was in Hip Hop Atlanta, or did you like do some music for them?
No, I was actually on those shows. I was on those shows as a special guest musician and producer.
Okay.
Working with certain artists that were highlighted on the show.
Right.
Just your life and how we create records.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
I'm just shocked that you was here in Atlanta. I'm just still like, it be so many people here, and I guess without the world of social media, we wouldn't even know. You'd be like, "What? You here? You here too? Oh my God! I would have never ran into you."
So I do have a question, so I can get more. So we get a more understanding of your personality in the actor spec. What actor has your personality? or what actor?
That's my personality.
Yeah, like or like a movie role that they played that is you know, is more of your style. You know what I'm saying? Like it could
That's
be
a good question.
I would say like maybe like a maybe like a Michael Ealy or
okay. He's very chill, laid back guy.
Yeah, just someone like that who, you know, chill, laid back, but you could turn up as well.
Gotcha.
Hey, you from New York? You better turn up.
No,
Actually, James,
you know,
can I get a yeah?
Don't get it twisted.
Okay, the New York come out of him. Okay, hold on.
Right.
Like, yo, son.
Right, yo, son.
Yo,
that, you heard
words
me?
to my mother.
We in the building, yes, sir.
Word to mother.
That's what's up. Now, have you ever acted in a film and did the music? You're like, okay, you know, or
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done both in one film yet. But that's definitely a goal that I'm going for, especially for 2022. That's definitely the goal.
Gotcha. I always wonder that because I know I do know a lot of you know actors and that do music as well. And I was wondering, do like the directors or you know, I wanted when they find out that you're an artist as well, you know, I want to do the ask, hey, can you do a you know a lead song or something in the film? I always wonder that.
It depends on who's over the project, you know, who's actually the program director over the music or who's the actual film director, you know, is calling the shots. You know, it's all about who you know.
Gotcha. That's what's up. And I'm gonna ask one last question before we get to the Javi's question. Now on TikTok, like who produced that beat? Like who did that track?
Oh man, shout out to my producer Ronell Sessoms. He's pretty much my go-to producer for all of my music, which a lot of people don't even realize. I don't produce a lot of my own music. Interesting thing.
Right.
Ronell has pretty much produced a lot of my stuff, with the exception of one of my singles entitled Goldmine, which is me and Jay Holiday. I produced that record myself, but pretty much all the other records you guys have heard has been through other producers.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's always a weird thing. Like I produce too. I've been producer as well, and it's always a weird thing that it's like getting quote unquote getting high on your own supply. Like I don't want to rap on, you know, sing or write to this. I'd rather give it to somebody else, and then if somebody else produce something, I would take that and do my, you know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of like that kind of thinking, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to rap on my own stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know it's dope, but I still don't, I want to give that to somebody else and let them take, you know, their thing on. You know what I'm saying? It's always that weird thing, you know what I mean? Because I don't like, you know, I don't rap or nothing like that no more, but I don't like rapping on my own. Never really did. I had to because I couldn't find no producers. But, you know, once I started finding producers and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to rap on my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and that's the same thing with me. You know, I just wanted to give other, you know, producers and musicians opportunities, you know what I mean? And also I wanted to take the responsibilities off of me a little bit. You know, I didn't want to be the person to be having to do everything, you know, produce
that delegate.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be fully artist mode.
Gotcha. All right, Javi. So go ahead and ask that question, Javi.
I forgot. Oh wait. All right.
He said he forgot.
Before I ask my famous question, because he's from New York. This is a New York question.
Oh my God.
James, who do you got making your sandwich in the morning? Do you got Poppy at the bodega or do you got Ak at the spot? Who do you got?
Oh, all the time bodega.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. They've been saying that the young Ak that be in the store that be cutting school. They say he make the best sandwiches.
You know what, man? And I mean, that goes for a lot of stuff. Like, it's always the hole in the wall spots or the spots you don't even know about that got the best stuff.
A comedian said that too. Comedian said, like, man, it's always like the spots like in a hole in the wall in a bad neighborhood who has the best food. You know what I'm saying? It's
true.
It's crazy, you know. It's like I always say the best barbecue is when you see the cook, he all dirty.
All sweaty, got the sweat rag on.
Right. You like, man, he's dirty as
been putting in work.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
like,
boy, putting in work.
Like, man, he dirty as hell. God damn it. But man, that barbecue sauce hitting, boy. Woo! You know what I'm telling you. So
all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask the infamous Piff Radio question. It's Javi the pilot. I ask everybody that comes on Piff Radio this question. This is my famous question. Do you like pineapples on your pizza? James.
You know what, man? I'm not really a big pineapple.
I knew he was gonna say that shit. I knew he was gonna say that. He wasn't gonna like that.
James, let's go.
We tied 1 for 1. Okay.
I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say it.
No pineapples on pizza.
Boo.
Boo, King
Bad
James.
for your
Boo.
mouth.
Can't
No,
do
it's
it.
not.
Yes,
Too
it
much.
is.
Too much.
It attacks your mouth. It's bad for your mouth.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's
No,
not
what
for
are you
humans. It's not for us. It's for the animals.
You eat meat, and meat is not for humans. How about that?
Yeah, but you know, but pepperoni and toppings don't go well with pineapple.
That's why you just get pineapple. You don't put no other
No,
toppings.
no.
It's just cheese
and
and
olives.
Talk to it, James.
And olives.
Talk to it.
And olives. You
Hell
put pineapples
no.
and olives on it.
James, you know what I'm saying? You don't put just the pineapples with no.
Nah, we can't do the pineapple, man. It's too much contrast. You got the sweet pineapple juice on top of the.
But see, it's baked with it, so it don't have the juice. The juice not even gonna be like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like they open the pineapple and dip the
right
juice on the
and
pizza.
drop.
We're not trying it. It doesn't matter. It's disgusting.
Oh
No,
my
we're
God.
good. We're not.
All right,
It's good over here.
We traditional New Yorkers. We like regular slices.
Talk to him, Jay. They don't understand, man. Let's go.
Well, I'm from East Side Shawty, so I'm down here in Atlanta. So yeah, we don't.
Look, in Atlanta, and there's spots in Atlanta that I go to that I'm the same way. I need a regular slice.
Pizza.
But the pizzas ain't like that in New York. I done seen them New York pizzas. You know, I ain't been to New York yet, far as like to the New York City, but I done seen those pizzas in New York, and they look really good. They do. So I'm interested.
You go to the right spot, you good.
And they'll put pineapples on my pizza in New York.
I mean, if you want it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want, they probably gonna go outside in the back and grab it from the trash can. So
whatever.
They better not do that. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, man.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Shout out to New York. Shout out to LY, man. All right, man. Hey, listen, James, it was a pleasure, man. So,
oh man, thank y'all for having me, man.
Man, it was definitely
Always,
fun.
man.
So
Before you go, what we need is your social media handles, and if you have any websites or where the audience can really find you.
So everybody can follow me all social media pages at King James Worthy. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is James Worthy Music on YouTube, and you can go to my website, which is jamesworthymusic.com. And yeah, man, you can find all my releases, all DSPs, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, Pandora, whatever DSP you have, it's available. And yeah, man, just stay tuned to the movement.
That's what's up.
That's
man.
a fact. Actually, you know what's coming up next? We definitely need a drop, but before you give the Piff Radio drop, you got to put a yurt in there for me, James. You got to do it, bro.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yes, sir. Let me get that Piff Radio drop.
Yo, man, this is James Worthy. I want to give a big shout out to Piff Radio. Appreciate y'all having me. It's Humble Sound Music Group. You dig? Humble greatness.
Yes,
Dope,
sir.
dope.
We going up. Let's go.
You are so
You're so crazy, man.
right. He is so
I love it.
animated.
I love it.
Hey, man. Hey, James.
That's what I do.
Hey, James, appreciate you, man. You in Atlanta, man. Listen, man, make sure, man, if you got any shows coming up, anything you coming up, man, let us know. You know, me and Shay, we in Atlanta, man. You know, we always.
Oh, man, I'm gonna definitely hit y'all personally, man, because next year when we drop the album, we're doing a huge album release for next year. So it's probably the biggest event in Atlanta. So I definitely need y'all to be there.
Hey, please let us know, man. We'll come out of support, man. And also email us send me an EP3 of the single on TikTok.
Oh, yeah,
I got I run a special hour on a radio show, the indie hour on Wednesday from 7 to 8, and I play all indie music. And man, send me the music, man. I'll get that on the play and spin. We'll start spinning.
I got you. No problem.
80 hours hot. Don't miss out.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, King James Worthy, singer, songwriter, producer. Man, this man do everything. He's an Aries doing his thing for New York.
Actor, don't forget acting, man.
Acting too.
Singer, everything.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Y'all be safe, man.
For sure.
Deuces.
Hey, man, go stream TikTok, man.
Hey, that was good. That was good.
Where
Jay at? That was good.
All right.
We brought Jay back in. Yeah. Hey.
You on mute,
boss man, look, he got a fresh cut.
Right. He went and got a haircut.
He got a
He got a
haircut.
That nigga done was good
got
at
it.
that shit.
I ain't got no haircut.
A haircut.
My phone is like on 1%. It's been on 1% the whole interview.
Come back and your mustache twice as clean. What
Right,
happened?
right. What I'm talking about, man. He went and got a haircut,
What
man.
you talking about? It's 1%. Yeah, all right.
I got a good shape up, you know what I'm saying, before I
Nah. Nah, that was good shit though. Good shit.
Yeah, that was a good interview. That was a good one. That was
That was really good. The
Nah,
first one.
Stop
Sure.
recording. Stop recording.
all